Hello everyone, welcome back to Lady Arcader's Attract Mode. I hope you had a lovely little break, but we are back with some more magical girl energy. But before we go there, I would like to remind you all that yes, LAS is coming up, we're super excited for that, but aside from volunteering at LAS, we also have year-round volunteer positions at Lady Arcaders. We're currently looking for volunteers to help out with clip taking, video editing, and tech, which includes restreamers, tech checkers, and stage managers. Type !volunteer in chat for a link to the application. And I know some of those things might sound scary, but trust me, training's available. You are not alone. There's lots of help. And speaking of lots of help, I believe we have our next game ready. So everyone, join me in welcoming Snowball with Sleepless Patrols, set battles full team.
Alright, hello everyone, I'm Snowball, or Snowball SMB, or Snowy, doesn't really matter, and this is Sleepless Patrols. This is a magical girl tactical RPG that is a fan game of the webcomic series Sleepless Domain. There are currently 6 characters that are in the game, with more planned. And in the full team category, I will be using all 6 on a team. Usually the game you play as a duo, or like that's, I guess, the default. But you can have any team size you want, including only 1. I've not tried that, and that's scary. There are 4 nights of battles. Night 1, 2, and 3 has 3 stages each, and then the finale is just the final boss, which is really hard, and is most of the time longer than the other 3 nights, even though there are more stages. So, yeah, this is gonna be interesting, because the game is still very new. It came out last month, so the speedrun is still fresh. But I think that that's just about everything, so I'll give a quick countdown and then we will be off. So 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, go. So one thing that you'll probably notice a decent amount throughout the run is, come on game, there are a few of the magical girls that I will most of the time be using the tag system to switch off of their turn to a different magical girl. This is just because there are a few of them that are really good in terms of having an extreme damage output or widespread coverage. Why am I forgetting the route? This is like the easiest stage in the. That's a lie. The next stage is the easiest in the run. And that includes probably the cheesiest strat in the whole game. Surf up here. So the blue magical girl, Undying Wells or Alchemical Water, is probably the strongest in the speedrun. Each magical girl and monster has a set movement speed, and that's the number of tiles that they can move as a max per turn. And Undyne can sort of just cheat that, and we're gonna be seeing a little bit of that this stage. This is the Undyne stage. I'm going to surf up into this corner. I'm pretty much just chaining together, tagging to Undyne, and then surfing around this little room and pushing the monsters into walls, because monsters and magical girls both will take extra damage if they are pushed into a wall. And Undyne's Tidal Surge ability usually doesn't actually deal any damage, but it pushes targets around, so you can get a lot of damage if you do the 3 lightning bolts on the side to max boost it. Another really good magical girl for coverage is Bud or Laser Thrash. Her moves are just really strong and have unlimited range in set lines. She's got one laser that is for cardinals and one that is for diagonals, and they can deal a ton of damage. There was actually a game jam version of this game that had fewer stages and only Bud and Harley, who's the one that I haven't actually used any moves with yet. And Bud's range is... I don't want to say it carries the speedrun, because Harley does have the ability to push targets, and that can add up for a lot of damage quick. But she definitely is a slower individual character than Bud because of Bud's ridiculous range. I'm out of mana on Undyne, that's fine. I completely forgot that that thing was still alive. Which is completely fine because it's literally just now walk over here and shoot that, and that's the first night done.
GG, very good.
If anything, like this run could go terribly from here and I would still be fine because the second stage of night 1 went exactly how it was supposed to, and the moment I discovered that that strat was like a viable option, I lost it. It was so ridiculously funny when I found that setup the first time. I just could not believe it. This is another one of those title surge spam with and surf around the map with Undyne stages because of this huge area way in the back that would take a while to get to just walking. And also Undyne's damage output is nice because there are walls around. The thing that really makes the surf ability as a movement option so absurdly good is, I believe to my knowledge that it is the only magical girl ability in the whole game that does not like take up the whole turn action. So you can surf up to, I think it's 6 tiles and still use another move on Undyne's turn. And that makes speedrunning this very is not the right word. I meant to say a lot quicker than it could have been. And my brain just sort of autopiloted. I don't normally end that stage with a title surge, but the opportunity presented itself and it was hilarious. So you know what? We're rolling with it. This stage I do actually have to take a little bit of caution on, because there's a funny glitch with the 4-tile monsters currently that will almost certainly be patched out before long, where... Oh, what the... I don't know what just happened there, but we're rolling with it. So pretty much, Harley's only move that you can increase the damage output on is her suplex. The 4-tile monsters, you are not supposed to be able to target with suplex, but you can currently, and bad things happen if you target a 4-tile monster. with suplex. The game does not know what to do, and you sort of just crash the game. It's not like a full-on crash because you can still exit to the main menu, but given the fact that this is the third stage of Night 2, soft locking on that stage would be very unfortunate.
So is there much RNG in this game at all?
Actually, no. All of the monster setups are set in place for the set battles, and every time you play a stage, every time you make a specific move, the monsters will effectively do the same thing every single time in response. So now everything is positioned how I want it, and I lasered through Kokoro, aka Heartful Punch, because I can, and she's tanky as heck, and can survive it. I found that setup literally in the setup room before this run.
I wouldn't have known.
And I'm very glad that I found that, because that feels like a lot of time save. So...
yeah, that floor went by, or that fight went by really, really fast.
So, fun fact, I want to steer clear of walking in the water. I don't need to steer clear of walking in the water. You can stand on those water tiles. However, you can't move far. The water tiles sort of don't like the thought of magical girls being able to move. So pretty much you walk into a water tile and that's all you got. The rest of your movement is pretty much gone for that turn. So it's very important to keep that in mind. What happens if I do... okay, yeah. I thought I could trick the game. The game was too smart. Unfortunately, Harley is also kind of tanky, so I can just do a shoving punch that shoves the thing into the girl. Okay, so this is the one stage in Night 3 that now I haven't really figured out how to go fast on, at least with the current, what's it called? Turn order that I have set for my team of magical girls. You can set all the girls in any turn order you want in the team setup tab on the main menu. And this is sort of the one stage where it feels like the current setup might not be the most optimal. But honestly, like, the other stages feel so good with this setup that I'm not in any hurry to reorder my magical girl setup for one stage. Okay, I kind of need...
Yeah, for sure. That's a thing that if it works for most of the run, most of the levels, why change it?
Yeah. Okay, Undyne is like out of HP pretty much. That is fine because it's Rue's turn next. Rue doesn't have a magical girl name, and neither does Zoe, the little silver one in the bottom right corner of the screen right now. I have a feeling that they both will get magical girl titles at some point in the comic, but I'm not sure. I hope that they do. At least Zoe, because there's sort of a couple options for a name that I feel like are being set up that would be really cute. I'm gonna just tag to Kokoro and rest, because resting will restore magic. And since Kokoro is out of magic, Bud is as well. Okay, I need to get rid of the this little guy. He's making me mad. 6, 1. Okay, cool. So Undyne is at 0 HP. Well, now she's gone. So she was glowing red. That's sort of an indicator to let the player know, hey, your magical girl is not doing so hot right now. Maybe you should fix that. Most circumstances, I would opt to fix that because Rue can heal any of her teammates that are at 0 HP if she goes before they would. So I could have healed Undyne there. I chose not to because it honestly would have been slower because Undyne's abilities are, as you probably noticed throughout this run, really particular in setting up ways to deal damage with her. Most of the time, she's incredibly strong, but there are situations where just can't really utilize her skill set too well. But I'm pretty much locking the boss in a bubble, in an endless bubble right now, because the boss can summon more monsters. Which is a problem. We don't want her doing that. How much HP does the bubble have? 12? I should be fine? Never mind. It feels like she deals random amounts of damage to the bubble. I don't know if I'm paranoid or if that is actually how she works.
You know, even if it isn't how she works, sometimes it feels, I feel you, sometimes it feels like RNG.
Oh, geez, this is a weird setup. She normally doesn't move like that. Guess that means that I must have done something I don't normally do. This is easily the hardest stage to play well. I was really hoping that she was going to do something else, because she has another move that literally turns her invisible. But when she's invisible, she doesn't do anything else. So it would have been really nice if she had gone invisible and not spawned a new monster. I really don't appreciate this guy doing that. Turn order. Okay, you know what? I'm in no rush to heal Undyne because Rue is going before Undyne by default right now. So I do not want to say anything about the lore with the boss because it is a little spoilery to, you know, find out what her deal is. I'm going to go with Kokoro, move there, rest. Gosh, these monsters are trolling me right now. You have 6 HP? What happens if I power fist you into the wall? Alright, that's good. I feel like the way this fight is going is proof of this game came out last month. Undyne is not doing so great again. How much HP does Kokoro have? Oh, plenty. She can take a few lasers. There goes the boss.
There we go. To be clear, for everyone who's watching, the boss is not dead. The boss is just invisible.
Okay, she's back quick and then doing a little shimmy.
Oh, with more monsters too. I'm assuming you have to clear out all the monsters in order to win the fight?
Yes. I'm gonna just tag over. Of course, Bud is out of magic. That is fine. Kokoro's also out of magic. Is Zoe the only one who has magic right now? She's got plenty. So tagging also consumes magic for those who are not familiar with the game. So managing magic is really important for 2 key elements of the game. Being able to attack and being able to tag. But now the boss is gone. So these monsters, that's it. And now Zoe's going to actually start attacking. All right, bye Undyne. That's unfortunate. That's unfortunate, but not the end of the world. By the way, time is going to be coming up very soon as victory flashes on the screen. Which would have been that turn if Harley wasn't out of magic. Now it's the magical girls who are trolling me. They're all out of magic. This is what happens when magical girls overdo it and patrol on nights when they're too tired and weary. Time.
Hey, good job.
That was such a hectic finale. What was the ending time?
Let me check that for you. The ending time was 18:17.
Alright, that's not bad. That's only a couple minutes off record.
Hey, that's very good, especially with getting some marathon luck in there.
Yeah, I mean, it's not really marathon luck if it's all deterministic, but
Fair.
I'll take it as an excuse. Yeah, that was Sleepless Patrols, set battles, full team. I want to give a few shoutouts real quick. Shoutouts to Tenebrae for creating the game. This game is honestly so much fun. And it's like seeing the whole development like cycle getting posted here and there was such a cool experience. Shoutouts to Mary Kaggle, aka Cube Watermelon, for writing Sleepless Domain, that the comic that this game is based on. It is genuinely one of my favorite stories of all time, and I could not recommend it enough. Shoutouts to just the whole Sleepless Domain community. They are very silly and supportive. And also, shameless plug, speedrun.com/Sleepless Patrols. There are leaderboards for set battles with doing full team, the 3 canon duos, which are Heartful Punch and Alchemical Water, and then Knuckle Thrash, Harley, and Laser Thrash, Bud, Team Thrash, and then Rue and Zoe are a canon duo, but they don't have magical girl names or a team name yet. And then there's also a category for any duo, so pick and choose whatever you want. That's the duo you go with in that category. And of course, huge shout outs to Lady Arcaders for having me back on Attract Mode again. It's always an absolute blast running on these, and I'm very happy that I was able to show off such a cool game and such I don't know if underrated series is the right term, but like a series that needs more attention. Yeah, thank you, Lady Arcaders, so much for letting me show this off. This was a lot of fun.
Yeah, this was super cool, and super cool to see a game that released so recently. But before I let you go, Snowball, where can people find you if they want to see more of you?
They can find me over on Twitch, on YouTube, on Twitter, Blue Sky, Tumblr, you name it, at Snowball SMB. I'm Snowball SMB everywhere. The SMB is for Super Monkey Ball, not Super Mario Bros. It is a very necessary difference. Even though Mario Bros is a lot of fun too. Yeah, pretty much almost any platform, Snowball SMB.
Awesome. Well, thank you again so much for being here, for showing this game. I had a ton of fun with it. But chat, do not go anywhere. We have a few announcements and we will be rating someone, so stick around. We'll be back in just a moment. All right, everyone. Let's give a huge round of applause once again for Snowball for that wonderful, wonderful speedrun. So magical, so cool. Love seeing brand new games like that. And as well, we had a great time earlier with the live idol showcase as well. And if you enjoyed these showcases and you run a game or you have something you want to showcase, submissions for attract mode showcases are always open. Are you looking to record a submission video for an upcoming event? Or maybe you just want to showcase a game that you're fond of? Anything works. We're happy to do all sorts of things. But you need to get those submissions in ASAP because spots fill up fast. So plan ahead, especially if you got a deadline. You can find a link at ladyarcaders.com/start. And we want to show off the games you love in all the ways that you love them. And you can get more details by typing !AM in chat for details. We will be back once again with Attract Mode on Sunday. We have a double header, excellent showcases for you. First of all, we have Elite Spud, who's going to be showcasing F-Zero GX. And you are going to want to hold onto your hats, strap yourselves in, because that run is going to go at like 800 miles per hour, super fast, super speedy. And then after that will be Eliza, and she's going to be grabbing her sword for Brave Fencer Musashi, a classic ARPG. Both of those runs sound really cool. You are not going to want to miss it. It starts at 2 p.m. Eastern, 11 a.m. Pacific for all that action. And speaking of action, we are going to head off on a raid. We are going to go say hello to Jerry Kandra, who is doing some charity stuff. So join us in that raid. I have been your host, Selcouthmind. It's been great to see you tonight. I hope you enjoyed the magical time and all the wonderful music. We'll see you next time.